Let's face it, in the olden days of 3G, watching a YouTube video felt like waiting for a sloth finish his morning coffee. But hey, rescue was on the way and hit like a truck. 4G came along and suddenly we were streaming, snapping and swiping like there was no tomorrow. But now, oh now we've hit the turbo button, strapped on our rocket boots and launched into the stratosphere of 5G. It's like upgrading from a tricycle to a hyperspace cruiser. Pretty insane, isn't it? But to be fair, did you guys even know that there was something before 3G, 4G and 5G? Because I bet some of you out there ain't having a clue or just have come around the name probably. So let me enlighten your horizon with probably the most groundbreaking fact. You know, the G in 3G, 4G and 5G, it just stands for generation. Boring, I know. I always hoped it would stand for something like giga-fast networks. But hey, not everyone can be as creative as I am. So makes sense that we somehow missed the 1G and the 2G. So nowadays you could say we've graduated from the days of clunky 1G phones, they were literally more like portable breaks, to the lightning fast area of 5G. So let's dive in and uncover the secrets of 5G. And hey, remember, with great connectivity comes great responsibility. To binge what's responsible. Haha, wow. Let's not talk about this one. You can see it as our greatest journey from a sloth to use both on steroids that don't even exist at the moment. It all goes from 1G to 5G and probably even further. Probably a never-ending journey that awaits us. So let's get a little overview of the whole journey. Back in the day of 1G, making a call was like playing a game of stand perfectly still or lose reception. And then 2G came along with the revolutionary SMS texts. But you know, sometimes words are more than 1,000 punches. And then 3G brought us mobile internet and the era of loading, and still loading, where mobile internet was slower than a tortoise in a marathon. But nevertheless, what do you guys even search on Google? What's wrong with you? And then 4G made streaming and app downloads a breeze and brought us pocket-sized entertainment centers. For 4G, you could already stream videos without any problems, so what could go wrong? Oh, that's the first benefit I see of not having a connection at all at home, even when it's most of the time pretty depressing. Wow, and now our reigning champion of the internet, 5G, which is faster than a cheetah with a caffeine addiction. Blink and you'll miss it. So each generation of mobile tech was like upgrading from a bicycle to a sports car. And 4G was our turbo boost into the era of Netflix binges and endless TikTok scrolls. Sadly, my place got stuck at 1G. Man, sometimes I can't even make a phone call from here. I mean, how? What is wrong? The 4G and feeling my home place or what? Well, not important. So let's start in the Stone Age. Oh, sorry, off topic. So welcome to the dawn of mobile communication. 1G, the original giant in the world of wireless. Picture this, it's the 1980s and you're holding a phone that's more like a brick with an antenna. Making a call on 1G was an adventure in itself. Half the time you had to stand perfectly still just to keep the signal from disappearing faster than a magician's rabbit. By the way, did you know that the first generation 1G mobile networks were primarily analog systems? Unlike today's digital networks, which offer clear and reliable voice quality, 1G networks use analog modulation techniques to transmit voice signals. This meant that the quality of calls on 1G networks could sometimes be affected by interference or background noise, much like listening to an old AM radio. But hey, back then, this brick-sized wonder was cutting-edge technology. 1G used analog signals to transmit voice calls, paving the way for mobile communication as we know it today. These phones were more than just devices, they were statements, proclaiming to the world, I'm on the cutting edge of technology, as long as I'm not too far from a center. Damn. And by the way, did you know the first commercial for 1G network was launched in Japan in 1979? No, I didn't also. It offered basic voice calling capabilities with limited coverage. This groundbreaking technology kickstarted the mobile revolution and laid the foundation for future mobile generations. So that's it to 1G, the granddaddy of mobile networks, where every call was an adventure and every phone was a status symbol. So let's salute to the humble beginnings that set the stage for the wireless wonders we enjoy today. So let's throw the brick away and start in the era of 2G. The time when mobile phones got a sleeker makeover and texting became a thing. Imagine upgrading from a brick to something that could fit in your pocket. Well, if you had big pockets. So enter Nokia, the brand that made every teenager's dreams come true with the indestructible phones. 2G brought us the wonders of SMS texting, where typing involved tapping a number key multiple times to get the right letter. A skill that turned all of us into fun typing maestros. And now who could forget the satisfying click-clack of the tiny buttons on a classic Nokia phone? And you could drop it, throw it, and even use it as a makeshift weapon in a pillow fight. And it would still work like a charm. Man, you should have needed to be a licensed arms holder to get your fingers on one of these things. But wait, there's more to 2G than just texting. This generation of mobile networks introduced digital voice encoding, offering clearer and more reliable calls compared to its analog predecessor, 1G. Now you had the possibility to have a conversation without sounding like you were talking through a tin can and string. By the way, the world's first commercial digital cellular network was launched in Finland in 1991, using the Global System for Mobile Communication Standard, GSM, a technology that became the foundation of 2G networks worldwide. Suddenly mobile phones were more than just tools for making calls. They were fashion statements. Hello Nokia 3310. And the gateway to a whole new world of communication. So here's to 2G, the era of pocket-sized phones, text message poetry, and the beginning of the mobile revolution that was just getting started. The good old days of 2G, where our phones were compact, our texts were limited, and our Nokias were practically indestructible. And usable to knock out the rubber without fearing your phone might die. But hold on to your antennas, folks, because we're about to level up to the era of 3G, where mobile communication gets a serious upgrade and the internet finally fits in our pockets. Welcome to the era of 3G, the generation that gave us mobile internet, video calling, and the endless frustration of buffering. Picture this, it's the early 2000s and you're holding a phone that's more like a mini computer than a communication device. With 3G, the internet was finally in our pockets, and that all at speeds that made snails look like Olympic sprinters. So don't sit at home and be frustrated over slow internet and be glad you hadn't to go through what others had to. The internet wasn't the fastest, but not too shabby. And now you could check your emails, browse websites and stream low quality videos. Yoo-hoo. And at all at speeds that made snails look like Olympic sprinters. And let's not forget the magic of video calling, a feature that promised face-to-face conversations, but often delivered a slideshow of frozen expressions and crumpled audio. The choice of early technology. By the way, the first commercial for 3G network was launched in Japan in 2001, ushering in a new area of mobile connectivity. It was the beginning of a revolution that would transform how we communicate, work and procrastinate on the go. So buckle up and get ready for the roller coaster ride that is 3G, where the internet is slow but the possibilities are endless. But please leave me alone 3G, I swear, I won't disappoint you again, I swear. Guys, please just leave a sub so I can do something about the internet here, because it's damn hard to upload videos like this. But back to the topic. So welcome to the age of 4G, the generation that turned our smartphones into speed demons and made us wonder how we ever survived without it. Imagine upgrading from a bicycle to a rocket ship. 4G took mobile connectivity to new heights, offering blazing fast speeds and smoother experiences than ever before. With 4G, streaming HD videos became a breeze, and downloading apps was faster than making a cup of instant noodles. Suddenly our phones were more than just communication devices. They were our portals to endless entertainment and productivity. But wait, there's more to 4G than just speed. This generation of mobile networks introduced us to seamless connectivity, low latency, and the ability to connect multiple devices without breaking a sweat. Suddenly our smartphones weren't just for texting and calling, they were our personal entertainment centers, gaming consoles, and virtual assistants. By the way, did you know the first commercial for 4G LTE network was launched in Stockholm and Oslo in 2009, setting the stage for global rollout of high-speed mobile internet. It was like giving our phones a shot of espresso and watching them zoom into the future. So that's it to 4G, the generation that made us wonder how we ever survived without lightning fast internet on the go. And now we come to the big one. Welcome to the era of 5G, the generation faster than a Cheeto with a jetpack and smarter than a rocket scientist. With 5G, we're not just talking about faster downloads and smoother streaming, although that's pretty awesome too. We're talking about transforming industries, revolutionizing healthcare, and unleashing the full potential of connected devices. Picture this, you're streaming 8K videos on your phone without a hint of lag, controlling smart appliances with a blink of an eye, and experiences virtual reality that feels more real than reality itself. That's the magic of 5G. Ultra low latency and massive connectivity that brings the future to your fingertips. It's like you're holding the future in the palm of your hands. It's like upgrading from a sports car to a rocket ship. You'll never look at your smartphone the same way again. By the way, 5G can achieve speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G. And the first commercial for 5G networks were launched in South Korea and the United States in 2019. Setting off a global race to adopt the next generation of wireless technology. It's the beginning of a new era in connectivity, where the only limit is our imagination. Now let's peek under the hood of 5G. We've got millimeter wave frequencies, not the surfing kind, which refer to high frequency radio waves, which enable us to transmit large amounts of data at very fast speeds. Then we have massive MIMO, that means multiple input and multiple output, which is a technology that uses multiple antennas to transmit and receive data simultaneously, improving wireless communication, performance and capacity. And then we have beamforming, which is a technology that focuses wireless signals toward a specific target, improving signal strength and quality. So these are just fancy words for making your internet go zoom. Translated for you, that means your smart fridge can now ping your phone to remind you that you are out of milk, faster than your father can even leave the house and take a whole journey to get some. So 5G isn't just about streaming viewers faster, although that's awesome too, it's changing lives. In healthcare, doctors can perform remote surgeries with precision, saving lives from miles away. And transportation? Think, self-driving cars cruising smoothly thanks to real-time data. And gaming, 5G turns your living room into an esports arena, with multiplayer battles that make your heart race faster than a caffeine cheetah. So what's next on the horizon? Brace yourselves for 5G+, 6G dreams and beyond. We're talking about networks so fast, you wonder if teleportation is next on the agenda. We're keeping our fingers crossed.